Okay, so today is April 19, 2023, and today is the summer class number 5, technically speaking. And we have Dakshin Siddharth online, Sanjay Rehan, Akshit, and of course Tarun in the offline format. We are expecting Dhyanesh Lingam, while Saj Saran and Sai Sanjay have been given a different work accordingly. Now, in the opening agenda of today's class, we have got 3 presentations. Presentation number 1 by Dakshin Siddharth, presentation number 2 by, of course, Akshit and Tarun. It's a combined presentation by Akshit and Tarun. They will be presenting using the PPT. While as far as Dakshin Siddharth goes, it is not a PPT presentation. He is going to give a kind of a oral presentation. So, Dakshin, you can start now.
That you'll be requiring at that particular time. Do not fill up your study space with every single book that you can find. So the cleaner your study places, the better it will be for you. And the first step seems pretty simple. Now let's go to the second step. So first of all, I'd like to share an image. Sir, shall I share my screen, sir?
Yes, actually you can.
Yes, actually you can.
So I couldn't prepare PPT, but I have a couple of images. So, okay. So is my screen visible, sir?
It says it is not visible. One second. Yes, visible. One second. Since you are actually presenting it over the phone, we are seeing in a vertical way. I think if you are putting the phone in the landscape way, we'll be able to this is much better. Yeah.
So the name might sound a bit tricky, but it's nothing. So the image on the left side that you're seeing, it's basically when you're studying for your exams, what a lot of people do is they just sit down and study the entire book for 14-15 hours, and still they do not recall anything, and the next day they go and they're not able to recall the information that they learned. So research shows that 80% of your question paper comes out of 20% of the syllabus, which means that just 20% of your effort gives you 80% of your results. So if it sounds confusing, I'll repeat again. Just by putting in 20% of your efforts, you can get 80% marks. A lot of students don't know this and they end up failing their exams or just getting 40 or 50 out of 100, in the just pass category. But if they knew this trick, you can refer to all the previous year question papers of any exam that you've attempted. 80% of your question paper is based on 20% of the syllabus. So now you might ask me, what about the rest 20%? 80% of the job's done, what about the rest 20%? For the rest 20%, you need 80% effort. So that's the key point here. So it's easy to score 80, but to get 100, which is perfection, you need 80% more effort. So that's where, the difference arises. So this is what Pareto's principle states. So if you want to score 80% of the marks, you can just go by 20% efforts. But if you require, or if you want the remaining 20% of your marks, then you need 80% effort. So next we have Parkinson's law. Now suppose I give you all a homework, everyone who's listening to this. I tell you all to, let's say I give you all a work, which is you have to write all the letters in the English alphabet from A to Z, and I give you the deadline, which is tomorrow. Let's say tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the night. So right now, as I'm telling you this, a lot of people might think that writing A to Z is not a big deal. It will just take hardly around 30 seconds or something. So let's give it a rest. And exactly at 10:30 or 10:40 p.m. tomorrow, you will suddenly remember that you have to complete this work, and you go ahead and do it. So the Parkinson's law states that your work expands to fill the time required for it. Let me be very clear, let me repeat it. Your work expands to fill the time required, which means the more time you have, the less effort is needed, which means the more time you have, the less effort you will take to complete the job. So the greater the timeline is for the completion of your work, the lesser your efforts will be. Now what does that mean? It means that you need to set yourself a timeline to complete the job. Do not listen to what the teacher says, because if you go by the teacher's timeline, somehow or the other your brain will fool you and you'll take more time. If you want to just finish it off right away, you prepone the timeline. Let's say you tell yourself that I have to finish it within today. So you save one more day and you can use the day for something else, something more productive. So that's Parkinson's law. So now I'll stop sharing. Okay. So Pareto's principle and Parkinson's law, the names might sound quite fancy, but they're two really simple techniques which you can use to do your job. So basically, if you're someone struggling to score, even pass marks, then you can just go by the 20-80 principle, analyze all the question papers and just study 20% of the syllabus. 80% marks are guaranteed. Now for the rest of the 80%, rest of the 20%, like I said, 80% effort is required. So, it's easy to be a district player or something in whatever sport you like. You can go up to the district level very easily if you just concentrate a little and play your hearts out. But if you want to reach the professional level, the rest 20%, 80% effort is required. That's what separates professional athletes from district level athletes. So that's another example for Pareto's principle. And for Parkinson's law, I hope you all got it. Just set yourself a deadline. That is much sooner. And the next principle that we're going to be looking at, it's Odysseus' principle, which says that you have to be away from all the distractions. So basically, if you think that you can study and you can use your phone at the same time, then if you study for 3 hours, it's like you're studying for 45 minutes. If you put in 3 hours, time, if you spend a time of 3 hours and you study, along with, usage of phone, when you combine both, it's almost like you have studied for only 45 minutes. So it's not possible to use your phone and be distracted and study at the same time. So you have to keep all your distractions away. So keep your phones. A lot of us, whenever we get notifications on our phone, our fingers start trembling and we just cannot rest without looking at the notifications. So you have to keep your phone away if you're studying, and you have to keep yourself distanced from all the distractions that you have. So is it clear for everyone until now?
Yes, Darshan. Do you have any questions so far? Or any doubts? So far, things are clear, Darshan. And you got any other substance to be presented? Or this is the presentation? Yeah, go for it. I mean, it doesn't seem as though they have any doubts. So you can
Okay. So the last step is the most important step. You have to start right now. That's the most important step. So if you don't have the will and if you don't have the drive, then none of the above steps are going to help you. So do not wait for another day. Just start right now at the moment. Do not wait for the glory days to come. Just go hunt for your own glory. And so basically that's my presentation. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me. I just wanted this session to be helpful to you all, since you all go to school and you all have a lot of work to do. I just thought I'd help out in some way, use my experience, kind of help you. So thank you, sir.
Thank you, Darshan. That was a very nice presentation. And my first question to you is, why are people so obsessed with scoring a symptom? And tell me some historical ways or historical achievement that people manage to complete just because of achieving centum marks. Darshan, you hear me? Yeah, my first question, I'm repeating the question again since it was not received already. The first question is, why are people so obsessed with the centum marks? And you can give me some of the predominant examples of people who have scored centum and becoming so enriched. Centum is glorified, centum is given so much of merit. And the person who has scored about 98 or 97 in a subject is not treated properly. The person has missed the 2 or 3 marks, and that's what has been agitatedly charged to the person. So, as a person who has finished your school life, tell us something about why people are so obsessed about centum scoring.
So, I do not exactly know the cause, and I don't understand why people just run after it. In my opinion, so if you look at classrooms right now, schools right now, and let me go a bit back. If you look at a mobile phone right now and a telephone about a century back, there's a lot of difference. If you look at the cars right now and if you look at the bullock cars and horse carriages that we used about centuries ago, it's different. But if you look at a classroom right now and a classroom about 150 years ago, it's still the same. There's no difference in the education system that was about 100 years ago and right now. I watched a video on YouTube where it said that school life right now, it's just like a factory. You sit down in a place for 8 hours, you have a break to eat food for about 30 minutes, and then you're supposed to think about what only the teachers tell you. You're just supposed to think about what's told, whatever is said in the class, and it's just like a factory. There's nothing different. So I think it's a lot of people have the stereotype that you need to get the centum, you need to have 99 or 98 to be successful, which I don't think is the case. of great people that we see around in the world, they were not people who used to get septum all the time. And they were not the so-called toppers by any means, but still they managed to make the world a better place. So I think that your creativity is more important. It's your output and how well you can manage the resources given to you. That's what companies look for right now. They don't look for people who top their class or get good grades. They look for people who can get the job done somehow and be creative with it. So the world is realizing it. It's just the old school parents and some people are obsessed with Central. Not everyone's.
I agree with you.
All right.
All right, I agree with you. And we need to speak something about that a little bit later. Any questions you have? Questions, presentation. Advaita, do you have any questions to this section? Right, so we would like to appreciate Darshan Siddharth's presentation. And I like the intent of your mind to give the help to your juniors here who are into the verge of coming into the high school. So I really like the paralyzers that you spoke, and also the room, the 80-20 room was a real good presentation. So I really appreciate your presentation. Yes, it could have been a little bit better if it had been PPT form, but maybe you're busy with preparing for an entrance examination, which is falling on 22nd. So I don't want to disturb that. So good job, Darshan. Very well. Thanks. Okay, so we have a presentation by our duo, Akshit and Tarun, but already another junior duo are busy with the written work. You see, this summer class has come in a very, very critical and a different format of people. Ganesh is looking forward to more communication practice. Sanjay is, I'm speaking about the parents. Sanjay is looking forward to have more of character development. Actually, then Tarun, above all, they want character development, personal development, everything. The parents, and of course, we have two little kids there who are in the 6th grade. The height is very sensitive, but they are in the 6th grade actually. Tarun and Sanjay and Saran. For them, written practice and the reading habit, everything has to be done. So I will have to mend all these people together. And a complete online format student, Darshan Siddharth is not an online format student, he's only online temporary. But a complete online format student is going to be Advaita. And when Advaita's parents spoke to me, they did not have any explanation or expectation that she's just getting engaged. And I have come to know where Advaita has to improve. So each and every student has got their own pace and means of development, and we have to prepare the schedule and prepare the activity accordingly. The presentation, they did great. So much of listening for a long time. Darshan's presentation took us for 15 minutes time. Now, let me jump into the activity for today. Today there will be 3 teams. Team number 1, Darshan Siddharth and Advaita. Advaita will be the leader. Team number 2, Sanjay Rehan and Ganesh will be the leader. Team number 3, Akshit and Tarun will be the leader. Okay, right? The 3 teams will be given a team talk time, and I'm going to give 5 episodes. And out of the 5 episodes, you can choose 3, 1 for each, and you can work for the solutions and you can give the solution. Leader has to speak first, and then the follower will speak. The subordinate will speak first. Let me give you the 5 episodes, and make a note of it. Maybe it will be helpful for you in during the video presentation. Whenever I'm saying something, I want everybody to know. The story goes like this. 5 people who don't know how to utilize some constructive time. Okay? I'm going to give you 5 examples, and each team can choose at least 1. We are over. You both are in team, right? So in one can work. Then no to get that of the work. That's it. Right. 5 episodes. Now let me start with the first episode. Episode number 1. 2 girls. One in Advaita's age and one in 12th grade. These 2 girls have got 50 days of free time. They just finished their school and 50 days of free time. 50 days. My dear boys and Advaita. 50 days. Like 1 calendar month and half of a calendar month. And these 2 girls have been having a plan for spending the 50 days. But the dad and mom, that is first person's dad, I mean name and all that you imagine, I don't care. The first girl's dad, he is involving that girl in his business. He is ruining the girl's holiday. Our business and the mind you, it is opposite to the interest of the girl. Second girl, her mom, she is running a boutique shop and fashion designing expert. And the point is interested. So she is ruining this girl's life. Like for the 50 days, in another everything has been put into jeopardy because the mom is involving one girl in her boutique shop. The dad is involving the other girl in his business. Basically, these 2 girls are not even able to speak to each other. Friends. So this is episode number 1. I'll tell you what you're supposed to do. First, listen to the episodes. Episode number 2. 2 young boys, one at the age of Yamesh Lingam, another one at the age of Akshit Priya. Basically, a 10th graduate and a person who is advancing to 9th grade. 50 days, summer holidays. In a bundle that they are playing over phone. In the midnight they are playing over phone. In the afternoon they are playing over phone. In the morning after the breakfast they are watching movies over phone. Parents are not really worried about putting them into any classes or something. So if you are distract these 2 kids are literally not able to come out of the 4th village. And the holidays, 50 effective consecutive days, are getting faded away and good. There you go. To make the long story short, the first episode is of 2 girls who are indebted by their parents. Second is the episode of 2 boys who are addicted to game and watching movies. Yeah, like you mentioned, that's very fast typing. Episode number 3. This is very interesting episode. Sports. 2 boys. One is at the age of Sanjay Rehan, another one is at the age of, say, Sanjay Saran. That is a person who is advancing to 9th grade and a person who is advancing to 6th grade. These 2 boys are really passionate about sports. Okay. One person is interested in cricket, the other one is interested in soccer. And they're not like Mad Max Dakshin Siddharth who is following only one player. They're following several soccer players. They like Ronaldo, they like Messi. They basically, appreciate the game and who is playing the fluent game, they will appreciate it. Okay, jokes apart, I would like to reiterate what I spoke about Dakshin. He's an ardent fan of Lionel Messi. These 2 boys are not fans of anybody, they are fans of the sport. And they want to play. But you know what is the problem? Mom and dad are not allowing them to go on under the sun to the ground. They don't want them. Mostly the agencies are picking up matches by 10 o'clock in the morning. And the respective parents don't want their sons to go in the scorching sun. They don't go wherever else. 50 days of getting ruined. Now, I've got 3 episodes where the 50 days are getting ruined. One case, it's very unfortunate. The girls are really effective, but they are not allowed. Second case, addicted to the phone. Okay, those boys are invading. Third case, parents are not supporting. Now let me move on to the fourth case. That is the fourth episode. One boy and one girl, they are childhood friends, and the families are very close to each other. You see, the boy is the wrong version of a boy. Like, he's lazy, he's completely down. Parents have given the freedom and he doesn't know how to use the freedom. And he wakes up late in this 50 days, and he is, he's having the 3 courses of meal very, very late, and he doesn't even know what to do. And he is actually having a lot of boredom issues and a lot of health issues. And 50 days are getting out because of this problem. The girl is also like that. She is a female version of a lazy bone. She's real through her lazy bones, and she has got a lot of admonitions. She does not know how to treat the wonderful holidays with the freedom. No idea whatsoever. I mean, the previous 3 cases, well, they were a little bit genuine at least, but this 4th case, oh my God, this is a very horrible scene. And I'm afraid to say that 85% of the summer holidays spenders are living like this. Let's come to the 5th and final episode, and this is very interesting, more than the other 4. 2 girls, 12th graduates like Dakshin Siddhartha. The only difference is these 2 girls, well, let's assume that they are classmates. They both are classmates to each other. They got plenty of goals, my dear boys and Advaita. They got plenty of goals. For every single day, they have flip charted a goal. They have attended a personal development and character development classes like MS sessions, and they have been trained to have goals every day. Goals every day. Tiny little goals every day. But they are not given proper support. They are not given proper guidance, and they are not given proper importance. அவங்க அப்பா அம்மாவுக்கு கொஞ்சம் கூட இந்த 2 பொண்ணுங்க என்ன பண்ணுறாங்கிறது புரியவே இல்லை. எதுக்கு இப்படி லிஸ்ட் போட்டு வச்சுருக்கீங்க, நீ என்ன பண்ணுறீங்க, இது என்ன சாதிக்க போகிற அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு they are not only speaking discouraging, they are also making them feel very, very low. Well, that's very harsh. When your parent is making you feel low, that's very harsh. That's the most harsh thing that you could ever encounter during your young stage. That too when you are in the post-teenage stage or in the teenage stage. They don't even understand the value of it. Why at all? Anything that goes on, the first week, second week, this is very, very tiresome, and it is very, very boring. It's a very, very less ambitious parents, but very powerfully ambitious children. அவங்களுடைய 50 நாள் எல்லாருமே டிஸ்கரேஜ் பண்ணுறதுனால இட்ஸ் கெட்டிங் ஃபேடட் away. Day 1 passed away, day 2, day 3, day 4, 15 days passed away, only 35 days left. இந்த மாதிரி 5 set of people 50 நாள் இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த வெக்கேஷன், சம்மர் வெக்கேஷன் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ண முடியும்னு சில பேருக்கு பிளான் இருக்குது. Some people have got plans, but they don't have the map for executing the plan. Some people have got a very good plan, but they themselves are not having the proper encouragement to do that. Some people have fallen prey for this timeline and this stereotypical thinking. Help பண்ணுங்க. I want you 3 teams to help these 5 set of people. Okay? You know the problem in each set, and you have to come up with a solution. Sir, how effectively they can spend this 50 days? You see, each year, some 50 days plan coming up in your life, and you are supposed to make a goal out of it. You had your last summer vacation, you had your last summer vacation, you are in the summer vacation right now, right? So, summer vacation is the best chunk of life. You are getting that at least for 12 years or 13 years since you start your school life, and most of the time it is wasted. Every year it comes with a chunk of 50 days, and most of the time it is wasted miserably, and that too right now in this modern era. This is not the best time to live, I would say. This is not the best time to live, because technology is like a python, and it is swallowing us very, very slowly. and we are falling prey to it. But unless and otherwise you take some smart steps and smart strategies, you will be swallowed by all this technology. So help these 5 set of people. So Team Advaita, Team Dhyanesh, and Team Tarun are here. So Team Tarun are here. Take some few cases, maybe 1 or 2. Minimum 1, maximum 2. Don't be all ambitious to take all the 5. No, I don't allow that. Okay? So what? Take one project, work on it, and give me solution. Let me check with Team Advaita first. What are the messages? Yeah. Alright, so thank you Darshan. We have put up all the episodes here. Okay, so 2 minutes time for the initial team talk for all the 3 teams. End the episode time. And you got to specifically announce and then the major team talk time. Where 12:30 man of the ideas have been we will continue in the next class. But this is a very important exercise in my point of view. And I need to speak to you for about 10-15 minutes about this. How to spend summer vacation after you made a best no, but I will already finish your team talk. Okay? Your 2 minutes team talk time for deciding about the episode starts right now.